everyone, this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Rambling.
And today we are talking to you about Great Western Trail New Zealand from Alexander Pfister and Eggertspiele.
It plays from 1 to 4 players in 75 to 150 minutes.
We're back. We're back.
Back
With a new Great Western Trail game.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Are you not excited?
Yes, I am.
You don't sound excited. You're like, yes, we have it here.
Yes, we have
It's a game. We played it.
No stress.
No stress. We have saying in Norwegian, which makes no sense to say in English.
No stress.
Today, basically, it's no stress in like tracksuit. Which makes no stress in a tracksuit, which makes no sense in English. And today we are talking about Great Western Trail in New Zealand. It's very hard not to say Great Western Trail Argentina.
Oh yeah.
Because it feels
it's
like
so
that was just
wired.
And also it's so wired with the music. Great Western Trail New Zealand doesn't work that well.
It works, but yeah.
It works.
It isn't
but
iconic in the same way.
And this video is not going to be about the songs, it's going to be about the game.
Yeah.
But this is not going to be a traditional review. We are basically going to say, you hopefully know how to play Great Western Trail. If you don't, there's other videos about that. Great Western Trail Argentina, we did a video about that. This is going to be the differences, and there are quite a few of them. So we just have to jump in. Basically, if you have never played Great Western Trail, you are trying to move around, do actions, deliver sheep in this one. That's basically the main difference.
It's like a one-way street with actions along the way.
It's a one-way street / rondel. It's kind of like actually a rondel, but it looks like a one-way street because it feels like that.
Most one-way streets in other games are you don't go one time, do you?
That's true,
like
but they don't
Heaven
feel...
and Ale, for example.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's
you.
kind of the same thing, but not. Okay. Let's talk about this game.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the differences. The first one is that cows are now sheep.
Yeah, that is a huge difference.
Yes, look at this.
Now I don't want to play the game anymore.
What kind of sheep is this?
It's a Dorset horn.
And this is?
A Suffolk.
Suffolk, probably. And this is?
A Ryland.
And this is?
A Lincoln.
And then we have?
Romney.
And we have?
English Leicester.
Leicester, probably.
Leicester, yeah.
And we have? Shropshire, Southdown, and this one we know, Merino wool.
Yeah.
Because that's something that people
They're
want
very
to wear.
cute. I already forgave them for not being cows.
Yes. So that's it. That's the end of the video. The key sheep are now cows.
Well, there are a little.
Yes.
Let's talk about the
biggest difference, the new mechanism. Let's talk about it.
The wool. It has the same value as before. Like when you send them away, but you also have this share value, which is
the wool value.
Which is the amount of wool that you get when you share your sheep. Shave a sheep, yes.
And you have to play the game Shave a Sheep, the Lego game, when you play
every time, because some of the actions on this one-way street / rondel is now that you can share sheep and get money for the wool.
Before we go any further, this is a review copy. We
Yes.
got it from the publisher.
Yes, we have.
I have to say that, and I forget sometimes, but now I said it, and you know it. Continue.
And there's also now a new worker,
which
is the cutter's man.
Cutter's man!
It's a shearer, or a sheep barber, if you will. And then the amount of sheep that you can share depending on how many of those workers you have.
And also, if you don't want to go for like a strategy with shearers, you also have some buildings, both of the neutral buildings, and some you can go for, if you go for a heavy building strategy, and you build, for example, this building here, which you need 5 builders, you can then share basically 3 different, as if you had the 3 of the shearers, which is a pretty nice thing. So you can basically get to do that mechanism.
Sheep. Yeah.
So this means, because when you share the sheep, when you sell the wool, there's some new like places you can then place your discs to unlock auxiliary actions and stuff like that. But the biggest change is that you can now get money throughout the round.
Oh yeah.
Because when you play Great Western Trail, the original Great Western Trail, the money you have at the beginning of like your round through this rondel, one-way street, is the money you have. Like there's
you can like throw away 1 coin or 2 to get like 2 coins, but that is very very little. Here you can actually get like 4, 5, 6, 7 coins.
Or 8 or 9, even 13, like different
that is
numbers.
Hard, but 100. I'll go there. But yeah.
So yeah, it makes it basically like it makes the game, the money is less tight.
Yes.
I don't remember exactly how that was in Argentina, but I felt like I had more money in this game than I had also in Argentina.
Yeah.
The next thing, there's no train.
No, the train is gone, and now we have a ship that you're moving around on a map.
And we're gonna show you the map.
I don't know why you took those away to show the map.
I don't know, because I wouldn't want.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Well, let's see it. So there, you can move both the forwards and backwards.
Which
there are 3 like main routes to go, and throughout this journey that you can take, it's not a one-way street nor a rondel.
No, it's not. It's tracks.
Yes, there are different locations that you can stop on to visit, to
say hi to people,
to unlock like scoring bonuses, places to deliver later, and so on.
And it makes the game pretty different because, like in a Great Western Trail, if you don't move your train at all, you're gonna have to pay so much of your income to the location to basically get to the location. Here, it's the locations have like set values that you have to pay. So if you have a value of 18, you're gonna have to pay 6.
Yes.
Doesn't matter where your train is, because the train isn't here, so it doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't. All of those things doesn't matter. It also makes this strategy kind of more interesting because the train strategy in Great Western Trail is basically move the train and get points, and it's kind of the same here. But you have kind of 3 different locations. One of them is kind of like is like the stations.
Yes.
Where you get the station master here is called Harbor Master tiles, but there's also cost some money and you get some points and some cards we're going to talk about later. And you also have 2 different ones where you unlock locations to deliver wool and deliver sheep. And also you have like the 3rd one where you basically just pay a coin, and 2 of them you put out these small trading houses. Let's take a look at the player board.
Yes.
Because the player board is also quite different. It's like bigger. It
bigger,
has
better, stronger, faster.
A new track here for gold, which we're going to talk about later. But it also has like rooms for all of these training houses. So if you go for like a sailing strategy, you can place a lot of them out, getting different bonuses along the way, like permanent wool, permanent of these awards, and so on and
ribbons,
so forth.
I think they're
ribbons,
called, yeah.
Ribbons, like a ribbon, like that word. The thing is, I feel like you can, of course, go for a very little movement in Great Western Trail with a train. I feel like you can even more ignore moving on this map in this game.
Yes, I agree.
Which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it is also fun to get some of the bonuses.
Oh yeah.
But you don't. You can go for very little or very much, and I like that in a game in general.
And also I went super heavy for this in one game I played, not with you, and I played with a friend. You're also my friend.
Thank you.
Another friend. And that was, I went super heavy for this, got to the end of all 3 tracks, and so there's many points to get here as well.
Yes.
We have so much things to talk through. Let's talk about cards.
Yes, because the cards are very different in this game. It is a new type of card that you can unlock in different ways, and some of them are always in the game.
Yes.
And some are mixed up, so you play with like 4 out of 10 different ones every time you play. And you can, for example, use then the new resource, which is gold, to buy some of these cards. And the cards doesn't take space on your hand, and I think that is very interesting because all of the cards have like a bonus that when you play it, you draw a new card back on your hand. So it's like free actions. It feels really like free actions to me.
And it's another thing that makes the game a little bit less tight, because there's the 3rd one, which is in the box, is getting 2 coins.
Yes.
And if you have like 3 of those and you are lucky to get them, like, oh, that's 6 coins, and you get the cards back. It's kind of like, but the thing is, it feels now more like a deck building game because you can build your deck kind of differently. But these still not like a deck building game, but they're called like deck building cards, and you're going to get them into your hand, and they're bonuses basically. But as I said, making the game a little bit less tight.
Yes, I like that some of the cards have bonuses that are a little bit specific, but then they always have the ability to, for example, take a coin instead. Yes. I really enjoyed that, so they don't like take up dead space in your hand.
I like the fact you basically set it, but that you're using 4 out of 10 of the sets, so that you have variability.
Yeah.
Because a game where you the card that gives you, like, this one is always in it, moving on the Pathfinder track,
which is a new track.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it soon. And then there's a card that can be in the game that also moves you on the Pathfinder track, but gives you a coin. And I got all 3 of them in the 2-player game that I played, and I rushed to the top and got loads of money for that.
Cool.
So there's like different, like in Great Western Trail, I feel like, but more in games with variability, kind of like Age of Innovation, which we just talked about, Terra Mystica, all of that. There's a way to look at the board and be like, oh, this game, these things are very good,
Yes.
and these things will make the game better. So we are now basically like not saying a lot about what we think. So what do you think about this change? Do you like the new cards?
I think I said that I like them,
you
but
did?
I do like
Yeah, but
them.
it's easy because there's so much stuff to
Yes.
cover that we have to remember that
I
we're
like
also
the
saying
sheep.
what we like.
I like the cards. Yes. What's not to like?
Do you feel like these bonuses, because for me, they are fun. Like I enjoy, I got
yes.
those cards. It's
Very
fun.
fun. I like
But
them.
it's also, I said it many times already, makes the game easier.
Yeah.
And is that okay?
Yeah, I think that it is okay. I remember back to playing
Do you
both
remember?
Great Western Trail and Great Western Trail Argentina that it feels so hopeless. And you get, like in the beginning, and you get a degree of that as well. It hasn't been a game where I haven't been like, okay, I have 2 last resort delivered to these really bad places, because you need some time to get your strategy going, but it hasn't given me that really hopeless feeling that I often get in the beginning with the original Great Western Trail.
I agree. Let's briefly talk about the Pathfinder track.
Yes.
How does it work? What does it do? What is it?
It is very simple. It's basically a new track that gives you victory points, gold, gives you more movement. You can also choose. Here is really interesting. You get to choose between another movement, or that these the hands basically are free to you, which I feel like both are very powerful. And I always struggle to be like, what is the smartest to do this round?
And also, it's another small change is that the price for paying the price for movement on these hands is the same with all player accounts.
Yeah.
Because earlier with 2 players it was 1 for both, but now it's the same. So it's 1 for the black and 2 for the green.
That's true.
Big change over here.
Oh yeah,
This is a huge change
yes.
actually. Here we have a worker market, and now we have a completely new type of tile called the bonus tiles.
Yes.
So all of the now there was 1, 2, 3. I don't remember Argentina. I think it was the same.
I think so too.
When you come up here and you pay them or you put them in. Here you have an A and a B. There's only 2 bags.
Yes.
And the A's are only workers and hazards.
Yes.
And the B's are only bonus tiles.
Yes, which means that every time you reach Wellington, you have to put a B tile in this track right here, and that makes the game go steadily forwards. You can't hinder it going forwards, and you can't progress it more than it would have naturally.
No, in the other ones there's tiny things, sometimes I'm going to put a hazard to hope that the game lasts a little bit longer.
Can't do that here. No. And also these workers, they have their own space instead of being on the end of game track.
I'm trying to I haven't thought about this before now. Why do you think that is? Why do you think this change is here? Basically what it does is, and you were like, don't ask me this. Basically what it does is that depending on how many of these are in the market, the cheaper they are.
Yeah.
Cheaper they are. A lot of cheap jokes in this. And these are the same. This is of course less shorter, but these are the same, going up and down in price like it did in the other 2. So I don't know. That's my answer to that.
No, I don't know. No, absolutely. But I think that
different.
Yes, in the original game, sometimes I could be like, okay, I know that you want a builder, for example.
Yeah.
Let's then place this builder over on the very expensive spot right here, and hope that you have to pay a lot for it. Or I want something else, locomotivist. I don't know. That is not the word.
Engineer, I think.
Engineer.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can place him a very cheap place, but I kind of get that satisfaction. Yeah, I got it now. But I get the same satisfaction with these bonus tiles as well. Sometimes I can do that strategy, tactical thinking with those instead of the workers or the people.
And as in Great Western Trail, the other 2, it's basically a bit random which of these workers comes out. And you might draw a lot of hazards, you might draw a lot of workers. In the beginning of the game as well, you're going to draw one of each are going to be here, and then you're going to draw like a set number.
Yeah.
So you can start with like loads of workers in the market, or you can start with loads of hazards, which also, of course, changes the game out,
yes.
how it feels.
Yeah.
Because even though money is less tight, it's a huge difference between paying 5 and paying 8 for
Yeah,
a
because
worker.
that money isn't that tight doesn't mean that money is loose.
Like flowing
Money
over.
is still tight.
Let's talk a bit about the bonus tiles.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me and the people what are they?
Yeah, they are spending the money that it says, sometimes spending gold or gaining gold.
Yeah.
Gaining either a bonus that are instant or some points at the end of the game, for example. And some of them can also give you those cards that we talked about earlier.
And you have a joker worker as well.
That is nice.
That you have to pay a gold to be able to place, and can be any type of worker. And these are interesting. They are they're very different. Like, they're not like game changing, like wow, but they're kind of something like these, and the deck building things are big changes.
Yes.
Like, it makes the game feel different. Like, if you go get a lot of money, you can buy these and get loads of points. Like the one time we played, you had like so many points here, and it's also a few of those that give you loads of points for gold. So you can, like, if those come out, you can try to get a lot of gold to buy those. You have to pay money and gold, but you get like 8 points for each of the tiles.
Yes.
So so much stuff going on there, and I like this. Like, it's different. It's not like, as I said, wow, this is so cool, but it's a different thing and makes the game feel different.
Yes, and all of these changes makes it feel more like a little point salary to me than the original game. And there's many things to do here, and many things that are unique for this game.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That was the end.
That is the end of my sentence.
Usually I'm good
That's
at
how
understanding
talking
that.
works.
Yeah, sentences end and then others begin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels more like a sandbox. As I said, like, you can go heavy for, like, going heavy for train. It's a strategy kind of, but you have to do something else. Going heavy for the ship here is pretty good. You can get quite a few points for that, and you can go for like the shearing strategy. You can go heavy for the market as you can in the other game. Haven't tried. I wanted to, but I haven't tried like a super heavy building strategy. It kind of feels hard, like in Great Western Trail. I remember like the expansion to Great Western Trail, Rails to the North, made the building strategy more viable.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone like for a super heavy building strategy because it's kind of the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, I tried, and I think that I did it okay, but it always ends up with me thinking, oh, if I continue doing just this, I have to deliver to the very bad places all of the...
Yes.
So I have to do something else in addition to that. So it's hard to focus mainly on that, I think.
One thing that is kind of weird with this game is that this game is the most complex Great Western Trail game. I think.
You feel?
Yeah,
like
it has because it has so many. Like it has now it has the sheep has 2 values. You have the whole board for the movement.
Yes.
You have 2 different markets. You have this track. You have like there's many. I remember teaching Great Western Trail when we first got it was hard because there's so many concepts, and here you add like 4 or 5 new concepts on top of that. So it has the most stuff to teach. But still, it feels kind of like the easiest one to get stuff, like the
less tight.
the less punishing one of them. So it's kind of a weird thing because it's more complex but easier for me. Do you agree?
I agree, but in the core concept is still the familiar Great Western Trail. The DNA is printed on the game, and so it feels like, even though it has these tweaks and twists, it feels very familiar to me.
So I'm going to ask you a question now again, which is, do you feel like this, for me it's kind of, do you feel like it has enough changes?
Yes,
This
I
one,
absolutely feel that.
You probably understood, because this has, I felt that with Argentina as well, but this has more changes than Argentina
I absolutely agree.
So wait.
Yeah.
And who is it for?
Yeah, I feel like this is a medium-heavy game, as with both Argentina and the original game feels to me. And I feel like if you like Great Western Trail and you want more like that, especially if you don't mind that it being a little less punishing than the original game, I think this is something to check out. I think that we have space for many similar games in our collection. For example, Bros Birmingham and Lancashire, Age of Innovation and Gaia Project, for example. I feel like these are different enough to have both a place in the collection if you really enjoy
the three of them.
These three have they have something different to bring to the table if you are into this stuff.
Yeah, if you want to own like one, I'm not going to answer that because it's been a while since we played both Great Western Trail and Argentina.
Yes.
But if you want to own one, it really, I feel like if you want the tight core experience, it's probably going to be Great Western Trail. If you want like that with just a little bit more, it's going to be Argentina. If you want a little bit less tight but a little bit more stuff going on, it's this one. So that's going to be like more...
I think that is it's very much a personal preference. It was really hard. If I was being put on the spot now and only could keep one, I don't think I could do it.
No.
Because I had to play the others first too, because...
Maybe we should do like a top 3 Great Western Trail video.
Yeah, and I would really like to play the original with the North expansion.
Rails and North Rails.
Because I can't quite remember what that was about.
We tried talking a bit about what we thought in the video as well, but now it's the main segment for that. And one thing we have forgotten to do for a while is it fun?
Yes.
We used to do that like, is it fun and final thoughts. So you want to go, but before that, there's something you can do for us before we give you the final thoughts. And that is a very big thing. It's basically very simple for you and big for us, giving us a victory point.
Yes, and we get victory points when you click that subscribe button down there. You can also click the bell button to get notifications every time we post a new video.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna wait here until you do it.
Are you done? Did you click the subscribe button?
Okay, yeah, I think they did.
Final thoughts time! And is it fun? First off, is it fun?
Yeah, it is very fun. I think that also Great Western Trail and Great Western Trail Argentina was really fun. This is also very, very fun. I liked all the changes, especially as you said, the free action cards that I really like to call them. They are super, like, I like games that give you positive reinforcement, and it feels like, okay, I'm playing this, I'm getting this, I play that, I get this, and it feels more like that in this game, because in the original especially, and Argentina to some extent as well, you feel like every time you go up this one-way street, like all the money is going out of your pockets, and you pass these locations that you think, oh, I wish I could go there, but I don't have time, or I wish I could have more awesome cows in my hand and do better stuff, and it feels so frustrating, but I like that as well. But this feels more like more things coming in and going out. I really enjoy it, have a lot of fun with it. It is a very, very, very great game. I think I'm going to give this a 9.
It's a Great Western Trail
Great Western Trail game.
Great Western Trail is a fantastic game. Great Western Trail Argentina is a fantastic game. Great Western Trail New Zealand is a fantastic game. There is so much to like here. As you said, they're giving kind of like different feelings. I also enjoy that like positive thing of, oh, I got this, 2 money, moving on the track, doing this, doing that, boom, 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 boom. I like that. I also like I only have 12 money.
Yeah, I like that too.
I don't know, I need 8 of them there and 10 of them there. That's more money. And I have to pay you to move there and all of that. I love that as well. And now we have 3 Great Western Trail games giving you 3 different feelings and 3 different ways of playing. And the core system of Great Western Trail is so good that it really is okay for me in our like the size of collection we have to have all 3 of them. To have probably sometime I want to change out our original Great Western Trail with the second edition because the expansion is already out for the second edition as well, and because they're great games. I like them. I'm going to give it a 9 as well. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the video. There is many videos to come these coming weeks, and if you are going to Spiel, you can meet us there. We will be at the Chili Fox Games booth from 14 to 18 Friday, at Porta Games booth 10 to 14 on Saturday. That's the easiest way to meet us. And if you see us in the halls, give us the secret sign. You can find that out in the Game on the Mount video that came out yesterday. And that's it. That's the end of the video.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Senua.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.